Hi guys, welcome to another Divi Theme video. This is Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Well, we got a great one for you today. We've got a full width section here with a video background, and we got some text animating over the top of it with a call to action button. That's basically just an automated slider. Really effective thing to have on your site. It'll work perfectly on tablet and mobile as well. If I bring up it on tablet, let's make that a bit bigger so you can see. There it is on the iPad. And it'll also work on a phone. And there it is on a phone. Really easy to do, no coding involved in this today. Like I say, great little eye-catching feature to have on your site. So let's get started. I'm going to enable my Visual Builder. Once enabled, I'm going to go down and we'll delete this section and start from scratch. Little blue tab for the section, hit the trash can. Alright, well let's add a new section where we want to put this thing. I'm just going to click on the section above, hit the little blue button to add a new section. I'm going to make mine regular. You could use a full width and a full width slider if you wanted to for this. I'm just going to make mine regular today. I'm going to use a single column, single row. And inside, funnily enough, I'm going to put a slider. There it is right there. Great, well, let's put our little slider in there. Let's go in and decorate it how we want to decorate it. By default, it puts in 2 slides for you. Obviously, you can add as many as you want. Just hit that to add another one. Or if you want to duplicate one of your slides, hit the 2 little squares there to duplicate. So I'm going to pop in there, let's say full width. A video, or obviously whatever you want to see on yours. Put your button text in there, what you want your button to say, and obviously put in any content you want down here. I've got no real content, so I'm just going to leave that exactly how it is. You can decorate these by adding video if you want to, and also images by going in there, adding an image or a video, and that'll appear on the left hand side by default and push that over the right. I'm going to leave mine just like that because we're going to use a full width video behind this today. Okay, later on we're going to come back and remove that background, but for the moment I'll leave it where it is so you can see what's going on. Down below you've got the link where you want the button to take people, put your URL in there. If you want the whole video module, or slider module I should say, to link to somewhere, you can put a link in there also. Always best practice, if you're linking to your own site, keep it in the same window. If you're linking off-site to somebody else's site, open in a new tab. That way, your site is going to stay open. Great. Well, I'm just going to decorate that text a little bit. I'm going to go over to the heading text there, title text. It's an H2. I'm just going to make it bold. And I think I'll make it capitalized too. Obviously, decorate it how you want. Divi's got a fantastic amount of fonts. There's a huge amount, there really is. And if you want to audition one, just roll over it. It'll give you an example of that font. I'm going to leave mine on the default today. Great. I'm also going to make that text perhaps semi-bold, just so it stands out a little bit better on our video. So if I close up the title text, we've got the body text just down below. I'm going to make that perhaps semi-bold, thicken out just slightly. And I'm going to leave it just like that. Great. Well, that's our first little slide. Let's perhaps go into the second slide. I'm going to save my settings. It will take us back to the main slider settings there. Second slide. And I'm going to say automated slide, or automatic slider. And again, I'm going to do that same thing. I'm going to go over to my title text. I'll make it bold and uppercase, and my regular text, just going to make it semi-bold. Now we'll save our changes here, take us back to the main slider settings. If you've got several slides in there, you can actually change all of them at once by going into the main slider settings, and you'll find exactly the same thing here, title text and body text. You can do them all at once if you want to. Okay, well, we've got our little slides there. That's fantastic. Let's automate this thing now so it pops around. I'm not going to add any more. 2 will do for this example. In the main slider settings, make sure you're in the main slider settings in design, in the middle there. Going to roll all the way down to the bottom. This is where you're going to find animation. There's a little button there that says automatic animation. Now, if you don't see that, and this happens every time I make one of these videos, I get a question on this, probably in one of your slides, because if we go into one of the slides here, go over to design, roll down, there's no animation there. And I always get that question, I've got no animation. It's probably because you're in the slide, not the main slider settings. So main slider, design, animation. Let's turn this one on. By default, it's set to 7 seconds. I'm going to change mine to perhaps 5 seconds, 5,000 milliseconds. I'm going to leave continue automatic slider on hover to off. That way, when they put their mouse on it, it'll stop and give them a chance to read the writing, click on the button, whatever it is we want them to do. Fantastic. Okay, well, I want this thing a little bit skinnier. So I'm still in my design in the main slider settings. I'm going to go up to spacing. And let's perhaps give it 50 pix padding on the top. And the same on the bottom, unless you want a wide section. That's absolutely fine. And while we're here, we'll give it a minimum height, because chances are that you're not going to have exactly the same amount of text in your slides as I have here. So to do that, I'm going to go into sizing. I'm going to roll down. I'm going to go to minimum height here, because I don't want it to get any smaller. I'm going to say perhaps 350. It can get bigger, but it can't get smaller. There we go. And that text is still nicely centered. Fantastic. Well, let's go get us a video to put in the background now. I'm going to save my slider settings here. I'm going to go to a site called pexels.com. And we used this in yesterday's video. Here it is. I'm going to go down to videos. And this is a fantastic site for stock videos and stock photos. It's absolutely free. And let's search for space. If you put your mouse over it, it'll show you what's going on. Here's the one we use at the moment. Let's find something different. I do want it to be landscape. That's pretty cool. Maybe a little bit too quick. Here's something similar. Let's use this one. Now I'm going to left click on this. You can actually just download it if you want, but if you hit that download, it's going to download it in the highest resolution. If I left click on this, it'll open it in a new window. And over here, you've got a little drop down. You can choose the size that you want. And don't download anything bigger than you need, because it'll make your page load slowly and you may have trouble uploading it if you're using WordPress. So I'm going to use 720 for mine today. You could probably get away with 1080, but let's select 720. I'm going to hit download selected size. As you can see, it's downloaded it to my browser there. Let's go back to our page now. And we want this in the section background. So I'm going to go up to the section, the blue tab. Going to go to background. Oh, we got color, gradient, background image, video, which we're going to use, background pattern or background mask, and you can combine several of these together. So I'm going to click on background video. I'm going to add a background video. I want to go over to upload files, as we've just downloaded a file. I'm going to drag my file up here and drop it. You may need to browse to your default download location to do that. Okay, once it's uploaded, I'm going to hit that upload a video button. And as you can see, it pops it in the background there. Fantastic. Great, well, while we're in the actual section, I don't want anything to be bigger than our actual slider, so I don't want to see any space top or bottom here. So I'm going to go to my design. We're going to go down to spacing. I'm going to remove any padding top and bottom by simply putting a 0 in there, getting the chain, getting the other side. We've still got a little bit there, and that's going to be in the row. So I'm going to save my changes here. I'm going to go into the row, which is the green tab right here. I'm going to do exactly the same thing. Take away any padding top and bottom. Spacing 0. Great. Well, that's fantastic. So let's save these changes now. Now what I'm going to do is go back into my slider and get rid of these backgrounds here. So if we go into the slider, the module, the dark tab there, I'm going to go into my first one, I'll roll down. Background's always under content. There's the background. There's the blue color. Going to hit the little trash can and get rid of that. Save it back to the main slider settings. Roll on down and delete that red color. And there we have it. We're left with our text automatically rotating over our video background there. Like I say, that's a really nice feature. With our video today, we've got a nice dark background so that our video actually shows up really well against it. Sometimes you're going to have a video in there that's busy and your text is going to get a little bit lost. Just for example, let's put that other video back in there. We go back into the section, the background, to the video. Let's trash the one we've got here. I'm going to add the other one that I had, which I think was over here. You can click on it and just hit the play if you want to see what it is. It's not that one. There it is, that one right there. So I'm going to select that one and we'll upload that one. And that's loaded that in there for us nicely. Fantastic. But you may notice that if I just save this and let's get rid of that little video down there, some of this writing's getting a little bit lost in there. It's not too bad. If you have that problem, we can put an overlay on top of this to darken it down slightly so that text stands out. Now I find the best way to do this if you're doing this is go into our row. I'm going to make this row full width by going to Design, Sizing, Width. I'm going to drag that up to 100%. Going to copy that, Control C, and paste it in the max width down below. Control V to paste, or you can just type in 100% there. Our row's now the full width of the screen. So what we can do is go in and back to Content, down to Background. We can give it a background color. Let's give it a background color, or you can use a gradient, whatever you want. So I'm going to make it black. And that's destroyed that video right there, but that's fine. If we click on this color, right-hand slider here is opacity. If we drag it down, you'll start to see the video bleeding through there. And take it down a way you want so you can read your writing nicely. All the way is there. You just put it up to maybe 40–50%. You can read that writing a lot better. Great. So if we've done everything correctly, let's save our changes now. Hit our little button, save draft or publish if you're ready, and exit the Visual Builder. There's our little video. And it's going to roll around every 5 seconds. Because we made it full width, the text is a bit wider there, but we gave it a minimum height, so that's not going to change the height. And like I say, it'll work perfectly on tablet and mobile. If I hit my F12 key, I'm using Google Chrome. Here it is on an iPhone. Let's roll down a little bit. It's right there. Well, I haven't adjusted anything. That's sort of auto-adjusted. And that works perfectly because we gave it a minimum height. It can get larger and fit on devices. Take another look on the tablet. Make it regular size. And there it is on a tablet. And again, that works perfectly for us. It's going to roll around every 5 seconds. Got the little chevron on the other side. We can automatically change if we want to. And we've got our little pagination dots down the bottom there. I'm happy with those, but if you want to turn them off, you can do that within your slider. Great. Well, let's get rid of this. So there it is, guys. There's how to create an automatic slider over a video background. And that's, like I say, a nice eye-catching feature to have on your site. People interact with it, read the text, it'll stop sliding when they put their mouse over it. Click on the call to action button if they need to. So I hope you've enjoyed this today and found it useful. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, ring the bell, comment, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel Don't forget, if you've got any questions, pop them below the video. I'll do my best to answer them for you or make a demo video. Once again, this has been Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.